Since the late 1950s, Paolo Gambino became influential in the garment industry. That influence was second to Tommy Lucchese, but a marriage in 1962 would cement their friendship as well as their families, when Gambino's son Thomas married Lucchese's daughter Frances. Prior to that union, Gambino already set his sons up in a trucking business called Consolidated Carriers Corporation, which was on West 35th Street in the heart of the Garment Center. They would eventually own 7 trucking companies and had over 500 trucks, and were profiting around $22 million per year. The Gambino brothers created a trucking association named Master Truckmen of America, and could call for a strike at any time and bring the industry to a standstill. When Tommy Lucchese died in July 1967, he willed Tommy Gambino his interest in the garment industry. In 1981, that industry honored Tommy Gambino as Man of the Year. On May 6, 1983, a bug planted in the house of Paul Castellano picked up Tommy Gambino speaking with his uncle Paul, who became his father's successor as boss of the family. Gambino told Castellano, "Paul, there is 3 partners there." He was referring to the Garment Association. "You got a third in it. The West Side has a third," referring to Chin, "and Jerry has a third in it." Jerry was Jerry Langella, who at the time was the Colombo acting boss. He also added, "They have 600 members times 50 a month. What's 30,000, you know? So they're all on a convention. When they come back, we're going to sit down and go over it to see who we can keep and who we're going to get rid of." Following the murder of Paul Castellano in December 1985, John Gotti was captured, saying that he wanted to beef up a crew headed by Tommy Gambino, who was a captain in the family, an olive branch for killing his uncle. The Lucchese family still had interest in the Garment Center, and one of their members, Michael Papadillo, and his brothers ran companies in the industry. In fact, Papadillo was killed in May of 1989 when he failed to leave the garment industry in order given by Vic Amuso and Gaspipe. In 1986, a bug picked up a conversation between Angelo Ruggiero and John Gotti. Ruggiero was complaining to Gotti, "This guy gave me a stack of fucking 10s last night." Gotti asked, "Who?" Ruggiero told him, "Tommy Gambino. I just cashed them in here." And Gotti responded, "It looks like you have 50 million there." Obviously speaking about money Gambino was kicking up from the Garment Center. Both the FBI and state were constantly investigating the Gambino brothers. An undercover police officer, posing as an independent trucker, went for an interview for a job with Joseph Gambino, who explained to him the rules to work for their company: no drugs, no stealing. And he also added that if he was caught stealing, we don't call the police, we take care of it ourselves. In 1992, the Gambino brothers pled guilty to antitrust charges regarding the garment industry. As part of their plea agreement, they paid $12 million in restitution and promised to leave the industry in exchange for no prison time.